Welcome. This is the video for question 1 on the quad test for form A or B. If you missed either question 1 on A or B, you should do both versions of this test, and you can do them on the back of your test or on another sheet of paper. So let's do it. Both questions are set up D, E, F, G, and both tell us DH and HF. They give us an expression for GH and HE, and so I've just copied the information from the problem onto my picture. And the reason why I'm going to set this up the way I am is because the diagonals of a parallelogram are bisected, meaning they're equal. So that would mean this are equal, and this one and this one are equal. So now that I know how to set it up, DH is equal to HF, I'm just going to set that up. X plus 5 is equal to 2y, and we know it would be the same on the other version of the test and probably for version C and D, so that's why we want to be ready for it. So you might want to pause the video and copy this stuff down. Now I'm going to keep going. Then this diagonal was also cut in half. The left and the right are equal, so I'll copy that down. 3x minus 5 is equal to 5y plus 2, or excuse me, plus 1. And the other one would set up the same way. 4x minus 5 is equal to 2y plus 3. Now, I'd like to solve by canceling, but everything isn't lined up. So we had a question like this in class. It looks like we have an x, a number, and a y. So to get the same thing, it looks like if I subtract by 3, I will get the same thing here. 4x minus 8 equals 2y. There we go. So I've rewritten this second equation, and now it's written in the same way as this equation. Let's go ahead and do the same thing over here. So I have x, a number, and y. I'm going to subtract by 1 on both sides so that I can get it to look like this top equation. So 3x minus 6 is equal to 5y. Now it looks like these two equations look alike. Now I got to do a little bit of planning because I want to be able to cancel. And so my plan looks like here, if I multiply by a negative 3 on each one, it would cancel underneath here. So that's my plan. Multiply by negative 3. And again, since this is an equal sign, I got to do it to each term. So times negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite that here. Negative 3 times x. Negative 3 times positive 5 would be a negative 15. And negative 3 times 2y would be negative 6y. I'm going to do the same thing on this side, but my plan has to be a little different because I want this to cancel. So it looks like my plan is going to be to multiply by negative 4. It's a similar plan. So negative 4, negative 4, negative 4. I'm going to multiply every term by negative 4. And I'm going to rewrite that down here. So negative 4 times x, negative 4 times 3 would be negative 12. Negative 4 times 3y would be negative 12y. So now I'm poised for cancellation. I'm ready to make that happen. Notice 3x minus 3x would go away, and this would be negative 21, and this would be negative 1y. Going ahead and finishing the problem, getting y by itself on one side, I'm going to divide both sides by negative 1. These would cancel. Negative 21 divided by negative 1 would be positive 21, and that's one of my answers. Now I'm going to do the same thing on this side. These would cancel. This would be negative 20, and that would be negative 10y. So doing the same thing, dividing by negative 10 on both sides, I get negative 10 divided by negative 10, goes away, and y is equal to positive 2. All right, now I'm almost done. I can pick any of these equations up top, and it looks like this first one is probably the easiest ones before I executed my plan. So I'm going to rewrite that equation here. X plus 5 is equal to 2y. That was one of the original equations we had. I'm going to do the same thing over here. X plus 3 is equal to 3y. Now, I've solved the mystery of the y. I can plug that in where I see the letter y. to figure out what x is. So x plus 5 is 2 times 21, so that'd be 42. Here, 3 times 2 . There we go. I got my answer. Y is 21, x is 37, y is 2, x is 3. Thanks for joining us for question 1.